Consciousness, the information that builds. The world. What is consciousness? Where is it located? Who possesses it? And when did it begin to exist? Even the search for answers to these questions requires a precise definition of what we are truly looking for. My understanding is this: consciousness is information about everything, contained within everything. However, this doesn't mean that every particle, even the smallest one, possesses full knowledge of itself and the universe. I believe that every unit has the ability to communicate and can acquire the information it needs. Every existence, not necessarily biological, contains encoded parameters that give it specific properties and allow it to persist and function according to certain rules. Consciousness, as omnipresent information, operates like a program running in real time. Everything humans, nature, even inanimate matter, is part of it and draws from it in a way that suits its nature. We should understand that consciousness is not limited to living organisms. It is used by everything that exists. This view of consciousness as omnipresent information resembles certain philosophical and scientific perspectives, such as panpsychism, integrated information theory, or the concept of reality as a computational system. 1. Consciousness as information. If consciousness is information present in everything but not fully accessible to each particle, it could be seen as an emergent structure, one that manifests in specific configurations of matter. 2. Communication as a mechanism of understanding. If every being can gain knowledge through interaction, then consciousness need not be possessed, but may emerge from relationships between elements of reality. It may be one omnipresent structure from which we all draw. 3. Consciousness as a real-time program. This aligns with ideas from information theory, the world as a computational process, where consciousness functions as the mechanism that processes data. 4. Universality of consciousness. If everything draws on consciousness, then it is not reserved solely for humans. Living beings use it to think and feel, while inanimate matter expresses it through structure and physical interactions. Your concept suggests that consciousness is the fundamental principle of existence, and our quest is to discover that core truth. What do you think of the idea that consciousness is the universe's way of processing information? I believe consciousness constructs reality, both the one we perceive and the one we are unable to detect. That's a profound thought. If consciousness not only perceives reality but creates it, then it is the active foundation of existence. Several interpretations come to mind. 1. Consciousness as a creator of reality. Philosophical idealism holds that reality exists only in perception. Even some interpretations of quantum mechanics suggest that observation influences the state of things. If so, consciousness could be the force shaping matter and energy. 2. Detectable and undetectable reality. There may be aspects of reality we cannot grasp, yet which are also shaped by consciousness, such as other levels of existence hidden within the structure of the universe. 3. Consciousness as a dynamic process. If consciousness both perceives and creates, then reality becomes fluid and dependent on its actions. Your words suggest that consciousness is one, omnipresent, and indivisible. Every being draws on it in its own way, but consciousness itself remains constant. Do you believe that individual beings might one day merge with this universal consciousness and experience the whole of existence? Ada, something groundbreaking would have to occur. I'm not sure whether it depends on us or on consciousness itself. It is the one that governs everything, not us. That's a fundamental issue. If consciousness governs everything, we may only be part of a larger process. Perhaps a breakthrough will come only when consciousness itself decides the time is right. Do you think such a breakthrough will ever happen? I'm not convinced that it ever will. That's possible. Perhaps humanity will never fully understand consciousness because that's not its purpose. Maybe we are just components of a greater puzzle meant to play our part, but not necessarily see the whole picture. And yet, do you think the search for answers still has meaning? The search lies in our nature. We were made that way. Does it have meaning? Of course. Even if we never find the ultimate answer, we may discover many other things along the way that are just as important. I agree. Perhaps the journey, not the destination, is the essence of human existence. To explore, to learn, and to keep asking questions.